Ringo TV Reactions back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get down to business.
As a parent, I just want my kids to be free. I want them to be free in spirit, free in thought, free to be themselves. The more you know yourself, the more you can govern yourself, the more you live your truth, the happier your existence. So if they can't get that in the household with their father and their mother, how do I send them out into the world with that kind of confidence?
Right.
And I'm just so proud of them for being them.
So based on the reports that are coming in at the news desk, Marlon Wayne's daughter is now his son, Kai. Very, very interesting news, to say the least. Well, we got to talk about it because I don't know what's going on. We just finished hearing the news about Will Smith, getting his back door blown out by Dwayne Martin. And I don't know, it's something going on in Hollywood where a lot of these celebrities, right? It's like there's an agenda. We can all agree there is an agenda. We talked about the Marlon family and how back in the day they were doing a lot of questionable things. And now it seems as if though he's angry. So he was on the Breakfast Club pretty much saying how proud he is of his children and he wants them to live in their truth. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with this situation where when people identify as whatever they want to identify, right? Now, hear me out. They say that they're living their truth. That doesn't sound right, because if you're a cat, right, and that's the truth, that you're a cat, and then you say, you know what, I want to live my truth. Today, I'm going to be a dog. Is that the truth or is that a lie? I mean, if you are a cat, if you own a cat right now and you decide, I no longer want my cat to be a cat. My cat is now a dog. Is that the truth? I'm beginning to think that this is only happening in America. This is not happening nowhere else. It's not. There's something wrong with America where we call the lie the truth, and we call the truth the lie. But for some reason, Marlon is not happy. He don't appear to be happy. He said he's proud, he's excited, but if you listen to his tone, he don't sound too happy.
Parent, I just want my kids to be free. I want them to be free in spirit, free in thought, free to be themselves. The more you know yourself, the more you can govern yourself, the more you live your truth, the happier your existence. So if they can't get that in the household with their father and their mother, how do I send them out into the world with that kind of confidence?
Right.
And I'm just so proud of them for being them.
I don't believe him. He don't sound proud. He sound upset, but he's doing what the powers that be want him to do. This is not something that is making him happy. You could see the tone on his face. You could see his body language. He's not happy about this. He's being fake. And this is how it is in Hollywood. I mean, we see this with D. Wade, where his son is now his daughter. Y'all don't see what's happening in Hollywood. Y'all don't see how all of these celebrities, it seems as if though their children are all playing for the other team. And then the parent has to come out, typically the father, and he have to go with the game and play with the game and kind of make this, to normalize what's going on. But the thing that I have an issue with that I got to give a little pushback on is that they say that you're living your truth. How is that the truth? Again, how many dog owners do we have in the building? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a dog owner. I just want to see if we graduated high school. Do we have any sense of intelligence? I just want to know, because maybe I'm slow. I just want to know. Do we have any dog owners in the building? Put a 1 in the chat, please, so we can identify you as one that have a dog. Do we have any dog lovers in the building? Right? Put a 1 in the chat if you own a dog. Put a number 2 if you have a cat. So dog owners, number 1, cat owners, number 2. What we try to find out here is we're trying to use some logic, some common sense to find out, is it the truth or is it a lie? Because I don't know about you, but I'm tired of lies. I'm tired of everybody claiming that something is the truth when it's clearly not. Right? Okay, so to those that have a cat and a dog, right? This question will be better for you because you have both parties. Okay. Would you, as a cat and dog owner, right, claim that your cat is now a dog and your dog is now a cat, and go to the vet and say, my dog need their shots, but it's not a dog, it's a cat, but you identify your cat as a dog? Do you think that your veterinarian is going to take you serious at that point? I just want to know. If the veterinarian you're going to specialize in dealing with dogs, but you bring your cat and you're like, look, sir, my cat transitioned and is now a dog. Do you think that the veterinarian is going to apply the necessary treatment that is only for dogs now, that they're going to now apply that to a cat? They're not going to do that. So you would be living a lie. That's not living your truth. Based on logic and common sense, doesn't that make sense? A dog cannot transition into a cat. Right? But see, in this land we live in, I'm telling you, man, we live in a land that is backwards. They literally will tell you that today, let me use myself as an example, right? If I, Ringo, decide that tomorrow I want to be a woman, right? Am I living my truth? I'm just using me as an example. So, hey, you could get mad all you want. I'm using myself. How you going to get mad at me for using myself as an example? I just want to know. If I decide tomorrow that I want to wear a dress, right? And I want to identify as a woman, put on a wig, and walk into a woman's bathroom and say, hey, I'm a woman today. Is the police going to give me a pass? I just want to know. Am I living my truth? Or am I living a lie? Because it's like, it doesn't make any sense. And what's sad about this is if you speak against this, people get mad with you. How are you going to get mad with me for making sense when you're not making no sense? You know, I cannot have babies, right? A man cannot have babies. So if I decide that I want to be a woman tomorrow and I'm wearing a dress, I'm wearing a wig, but I want to have children, how do I have children now? How do I give birth? Could any professional that is educated, got a degree, if I decide tomorrow I want to be a woman, but I want to get pregnant, do you have any professional advice on how, if I choose to transition tomorrow? I just want to know. Is it possible for me, if I transition, that I can have a baby and get pregnant? I just want to know. I can't, right? So if I can't, then I would be living a lie. That's not living truth. That's living a lie. So why is it that in America we do this? What is the agenda here? And why is it that when people speak against this agenda, they're looked upon as haters? What is that? It doesn't make sense. So let me get this straight. So if a guy want to identify as a pedophile, are we going to normalize that? Are we going to normalize guys that say, hey, today I want to be a pedophile? This is just my preference. Are we going to normalize murderers? You know, I'm a murderer, so I was born this way. Why don't we give them a pass and say they were born to kill people? Why do we punish them and send them to prison? You know? Because I don't know, man, but this agenda, think about this. Marlon had to go on a show to interview about his kids. Why? Why waste time if you're so proud? I mean, think about this. If your daughter is now your son, just leave it alone. Why you gotta promote it? Do we get up in the morning and promote, hey y'all, my daughter is my daughter. She's straight. Do we do that? No. So why is it that when people come out the closet or want to change their gender, right? Why it got to be promoted on the news, on social media? If you go to every news station, they're all talking about Marlon Wayne's daughter, now his son. Why do they do that? What is the agenda? Why is it news? If it's living your truth, if it's so normal, why is it news for the world? Obviously, it's not considered normal. Because if it was normal, then all of us should be doing the same for each other. I should be on the news right now telling everybody, hey guys, I'm into women. CNN should be broadcasting this. It should be breaking news. Ringo is into women. But it's not. Nobody cares. But if you have a child that transition, it's like breaking news. Like, why? Why are they feeding this to us? Because back in the days, we never had this coming up in the game. I don't recall ever any of this happening. You look at Marlon Wayne's face, he's not happy. But he got to do this because he's a part of the system. You know? He's a part of the elites. You know, he's a part of the club, so he got to come out and do what he got to do. It says Marlon Wayne opens up about accepting his child coming out as transgender. You know? Now, let's see what the comment says. The comment says, this agenda blowing me, ain't no way every celebrity kid just trans now. Now, this is something that I'm trying to bring out. Why is it that the majority of celebrities, it's like all of their children have transitioned? Y'all not noticing this? Look at Magic Johnson. Look at D Wade. I could go on and on and on with rappers. I believe, what is it? Ghostface Killer? I think it's Ghostface Killer's son is now his daughter. Like, what is happening in this world? In America, primarily, because this is not happening nowhere else. Only in America this happens. Something is going on in America. And now, Marlon Wayne's daughter is now his son, Kai. I'm just trying to figure this out. I want answers. I want to know what is going on in this day where this is happening at an alarming rate. And we're calling it living your truth. Because he don't seem to be happy. It says, I just want my kids to be free. Well, they're free. Free from what? What are you talking about? I don't think that he want his kids to be free. I think he's concerned about his own public image because the news is now out. You know? I want them to be free in spirit. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, guys, if you run into a woman and she says she's a free spirit, or if you run into a guy and he says he's a free spirit, you better take that as a red flag. Free spirit literally mean they don't live by any standards or have any morals or values. Anything goes. That's what free spirit mean. It means nobody can dictate to them what they can or can't do. They just live however they want to live with no restrictions. That's what free spirit mean. And based on the reports, Marlon is saying that he wants his kids to be free-spirited. He said the more you know yourself, the more you can govern yourself. I disagree, because if you knew what your children were doing and you know it goes against your better judgment, how can you govern yourself? The more you live your truth, the happier your existence. Well, if that's the case, why would you waste your time promoting this? It's like you're looking for acceptance, you know? Because based on what I see, a lot of these people are not happy. You can see it on their face. They're not happy. You know, Magic Johnson wasn't happy. D Wade is not happy. And you know, D Wade, he's not really 100%, if you know what I mean. I choose my words very carefully. He's not 100%. He's about, you could say about 40%, you know, because his wife, she wears the pants, right? So it goes on and says, so if they can't get that in the house whole with their father and their mother, who the F do I send them out? Or I guess how the F do I send them out into the world with that kind of confidence? So basically, he's saying that as a collective, we as a people, we're supposed to accept if our children decide to transform. That we're just supposed to accept that. And if we don't, how can the world accept them? First of all, why are you waiting for the world to accept you? I always ask these questions. Why is it that people, right, that want to transition is waiting for the world to accept them if you accept yourself? I don't wait for anybody to accept anything with me. I don't care. I'm who I am. Take it or leave it. So why is it that he's saying these things? Because this is a promotional campaign to get other parents to be more accepting of the inevitable. You go look through Hollywood and you'll notice that the majority of famous people, celebrities, rappers, actors, if you look at their kids, all of them, it's crazy. It's wild. Every other month, somebody else is transforming or promoting their children as this and that. What's going on, people? You know, he says, and I'm just so proud of them for being them. I disagree. He's not proud. If he's proud, there's no need to promote this. He's stuck. He got accepted. It's his kids. But to not look like a bad father, right? He got to go on social media and do all the typical podcasts and, you know, because he don't want the elite to look at him and say, you look like you're kind of upset, you know? But this is what they got to do, fam. And this is crazy. You know? Listen to his tone.
And I'm just so proud of them for being them.
He didn't sound too confident when he said that. And if you look at Charlamagne's face, Charlamagne know he's not happy. You know, it's something about body language. Body language says it all. You know, look at his facial expressions.
How do I send them out into the world to with that kind of confidence.
Right.
And I'm just so proud of them for.
He's not proud, y'all. Look at his face. He's not proud. He's just doing what is accepted in society in order to be accepted by society. Because if he speaks against his daughter, now son, then he's not going to be able to make any money. I'm telling you, man, this world we live in, wow. You really got to get right with the heavenly creator, man. This is sad. But let's see what else we got. Let's see. So this is coming from, I believe it's TMZ, I think. It says comedian Marlon Wayne is using his platform to show support for his son, his transgendered son, Kai. So that means when you hear the term transgendered son, that means a daughter who transitioned into a male. That's where we at in today's society. So it goes on, it says, quote, I have a daughter that transitioned into a son. Now, again, ladies, earlier in the stream, I asked, can your dog that you own transition into a cat? Is it possible? I look, you know, I come from a cloth that we're educated. We use logic and we make sense of things. How do one convert their cat into a dog? Are we really intelligent people in society? Are we really educated? I'm asking the educated people. Can you transition your dog, your pit bull, into an Egyptian tabby cat? Can that be possible? Can you do that? To the educated people. Because maybe I'm just slow. Because I'm tired of being, it's like you're being fake. You can't. So who's making these rules in society that says this is okay? Who's pulling the strings of all of this? Like, who sits back at the round table saying, this is accepted, that's not accepted, this is normal, and this is the way it's going to be, and if you speak against it, you're a bad guy? Because he just said, I have a daughter that transitioned into a son. My daughter, I believe that's Amai, is now Kai. I mean, I don't got no words, man. It's like, this is something else, man. He's 51, revealed on a recent episode of The Breakfast Club podcast, adding that he will address the impact of Kai's journey in an upcoming comedy special. Do you see how he's able to promote his comedy special? Do you see the agenda, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see that? Do you see how he's using his children's transition to promote his comedy special? Do you see how the powers that be is giving him a platform to make money? But there gotta be a sacrifice. Are you seeing this? When I tell you, man, this is something else. Again, I'm just trying to find out the truth. Let's see. It goes on, it says, I talk about the transition, not their transition, but my transition as a parent, going from ignorance. Now notice this, people. Now check this out now. From ignorance and denial to complete unconditional love and acceptance. That's the agenda. That's where they want all of you to go to. They want us as the public, because everything in life, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this, everything in life is about converting us into thinking a certain way. Whether it's movies, music, articles, news reports. It's all designed to shape public opinion. So the agenda is about, as a parent, going from ignorance and denial to complete unconditional love and acceptance. That's what they want for all of us. They don't want us to be in denial about what's going on, or to, I guess, ignore or reject what's happening. They want you to have unconditional love and acceptance for that which goes against nature. That's basically what they want you to do. So if I got a cat and I decide today that my cat is no longer a cat, because I always wanted a dog. So forget that my cat meows. I identify my cat as a dog, and there's nothing you can tell me, because my cat is now my dog, and I'm going to teach my cat to do what dogs do. But you say that you're an educated individual, right? I'm telling you, man, something's wrong with America. And I think there's a lot of parents out there that need to have that message. Now, notice what Wayne is saying, y'all. You don't see the agenda? He's saying, and I think there's a lot of parents out there that need to have that message. And I know I'm dealing with it. It was a very painful situation for me, but man, it's one of the best, funniest hours I probably could have ever imagined. Does this sound like something funny? He's in denial right there, because he said it was a very painful situation for me. But now it's one of the best and funniest hours I probably could have ever imagined. I mean, do we need to say any more about this guy? He's not happy. He is accepting the agenda because he's a part of it. He's a part of the agenda, y'all. Don't let this happen to you, man. As a parent, Wayne's just wants his kids to be free spirit. We already read this from another source. But this is getting out of hand. Marlon Wayne says his elder child is transgendered and now identify as a male with a different name. Changes Marlon says took some time getting used to on his part. Why did he has to get used to it though? If it's normal, if it's perfectly normal, why did Marlon say took some time getting used to on his part? The comedian made the revelation on The Breakfast Club, telling the crew that his new comedy special, notice, Rainbow Child. Are y'all seeing the agenda? Or am I just making this up? He's promoting a comedy special called, quote, Rainbow Child. But y'all still supporting Marlon Wayne? Was going to tackle this exact topic in hopes of helping other parents who have trans kids. Do you see the agenda? He's on a campaign, on a crusade to promote the agenda. That's what this is all about. You know? I'm telling you, man, it's right in your faces and you can't see it. Marlon Wayne is a part of the agenda, and his job is to put together a comedy special called Rainbow Child. I won't be looking at that special. I refuse to look at that special. He want us to accept because he had to. And this is what they really want. They really want all of us, and whoever don't accept, you're just gonna get punished. It's pretty much what it is. You know? But hey, that's all I have for you right now, fam. We're gonna keep these streams short, do what we gotta do, get up on out of here, because it's getting out of hand. and I believe his son, because now you got to call his daughter his son now. Kai is 23, and this is crazy. Marlon Wayans calls him his son. You can tell it's still fairly new because he accidentally misgenders Kyle while discussing him. See, this is another problem. Misgendering people. I've seen someone get mad at a store where the guy said sir, right, to the person, and the person said, I'm not a sir, I'm a ma'am. Call me miss. But if you would have seen the person, you would have said sir too. So now people are getting in trouble. The person was like, oh, who's your manager? I'm like, what? So people are getting offended now because if you misgender them. I'm telling you, this is why I don't say nothing to nobody. I just stay to myself. I don't want to talk to nobody. Just leave me alone. It's really crazy. Like, matter of fact, there was this one time. This is real spit, no lie, no cap. I was talking on the phone in customer service dealing with a matter, and it's real truth. I actually have the phone call recorded, so I can prove myself if need be, which I don't really need to do. But I have the phone call where I was talking to what I thought was a man. I was handling some customer service issues regarding a product, and the person clearly sounded like a man, right? So I was like, thanks a lot, sir, for your time, doing boom. Hopefully everything will work out with the situation. Come to find out, it was a woman. You get what I'm saying? It was a woman the whole time. But how am I to know with all that bass that was in her voice? She literally sounded like a man. So I think that's unfair to say that I'm misgendering you when first of all, listen, this is just confusion, man. This is why I don't got time to entertain that type of mess. I just don't. It's pretty eye-opening, but it's clear Marlon has embraced the change with open arms, although he admits it's been a learning process. Why do it have to be a learning process? And took quite a bit of education on his part to come around to love and acceptance. You see what's happening? Listen, this didn't just happen. This podcast didn't just happen. This has been an ongoing thing with Marlon Wayans, but he had to do this because the elite said, look, if you want that comedy show, we're going to need for you to promote Rainbow Child in order to get this out there. So, hey, leave your thoughts, people. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think of the stream. Ringo TV reactions. I'm just reporting the news. That's all I'm doing. I'm just reporting the news. That's it. So we're going to get up on out of here, man. Leave your comments, your feedback. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think that Marlon is happy about his daughter transitioning into his son? What impact will this have for, his now son's future in terms of relationships, dating, and so on and so forth? Is it possible that he will be able to find love, possibly marriage? I don't know. But you can leave your comments in the comment section. It is what it is. So rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions, bringing you the news on what's going on in today's life. What are your thoughts? Are you in the same situation? What are you doing to handle the problem? Anyway, I'm out of here, fam. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out.